Hi, it's Terry.
And Jen.
And weather's starting to turn cold, and
We're already December.
yeah, and a lot of people. We've talked about this before, but people ask us about buying and selling in the wintertime, and we get people say, "Well, I'm going to wait till the spring to sell," and then we say, "No, it's actually a good time to list your house for now."
Yeah, a lot of people think, oh, is it a bad time? And we always say there's no bad time to sell your home. But in the winter, there's lots of benefits to selling in the winter, and one is the inventory. So everybody thinks, oh, we'll wait till spring, but you have more competition if you're waiting till spring, and in the winter you have less competition. So you're more likely to get more for your house. Also in the summer, you get lots of foot traffic, and we have open houses, and you get lots of people through, but a lot of people are just looking and maybe being like tire kicking, just trying to see what's out there. But if someone's willing to brush off their car in cold weather and a snowstorm, they're a serious buyer. So there's more serious buyers in the winter.
Yeah, there's a lot of job transfers happening, between over the winter.
Yeah.
We're in the seller's market still, and I think it's going to be even more heightened in December and January as inventory, and really it's in historic lows. So that's going to again push the prices up even higher.
And there's still buyers out there. They're still looking.
Yeah. So from a buyer's perspective, why would I as a buyer be out there looking in the wintertime? Should I wait till the spring? Like, what do you think?
Yeah. Don't wait.
Yeah. No.
Like if that perfect house comes up, you don't want to wait.
Well, many buyers that we've been working with have been looking for 6 months, a year, 2 years. So if it really doesn't matter what time of year the house comes up, you need to keep aggressively looking, make sure your realtor's on top of the market and what's happening and what's coming up. And sometimes even we'll have listings where, even now, to get close to Christmas, it's kind of a time, probably not the best time to list, but a lot of times now, from mid-December to the first week of January, we say, well, let's get our prep ready and let's wait until the first week of January. But we've sold houses just around Christmas, and really there's no bad time.
Yeah, well, especially if there's a house with a pool. People want to be settled. The move-in at this time, and so they're all settled in their new house by the time the nice weather comes, so they can work in the yard and enjoy some of those outdoor activities.
Yeah. And
one big concern that people have that maybe you can answer is home inspections, because I think people have an idea that it's not a good time to get a home inspection. So what would you say to that?
Yeah, well, I think, every season has different things, and I think the only negative is that you can't see the foundation from the outside. You can't see maybe the yard. So it's always nice, if anybody that's prepping their house to sell, to take pictures before the snow comes. But there's lots of advantages to doing home inspection in the winter, things that you can't see in the summer, because for example, just the heat, we do have to deal with winter and the cold and the snow and ice and
for half the year.
Yeah, we live in Sudbury, so things like ice damming, which is a real big problem in Northern Ontario. You can't see that in the summer or the spring. So now you go to a house and you see there's icicles, so there's heat loss, or there's a problem with water flow. Those are things you can see. Inspector can pick up and identify the problem and maybe find a solution. Also, how does the house heat, cold spots in the home, pipes freezing, a lot comes down to proper insulation, but if a pipe is not done properly, those are things that can be identified, and inspectors can check for, even in the winter, check for moisture content and cold spots with infrared cameras and things like that, which really can help, in the evaluation of a home. So that's, so again, just like I said, there's no bad time, and like you said, when you're buying the house in January, February, you know, come you're moving in when the snow is gone, and that's another thing. People are like, I don't want to move with the snow. So you know, and when you buy a house in January, you can have a closing in April, you know, and the snow is mostly gone. But it's not so much the snow; it's just nobody wants to move when it's like really 30 below and blowing, you know, and you know, and we're talking about a pool, and how, you know, say there's a pool. How do you know that pool is going to be in good working order? Well, generally, when we do an offer on a house with a pool, we put a clause in there that protects the buyer, so that when the pool gets opened by mid-June or end of May, there's a provision in there to say that the pool has to be in good working order. And if it's not, then it goes back on the seller to pay for any damages. So that's just to make sure it was winterized properly. And so there's, you know, we have lots of tools at our disposal to protect a buyer, you know, when they're buying a house in the winter.
So if you're thinking of listing or buying a home this winter, give us a call. If you have any questions or would like any help, you can contact us at info@theaimsteam.ca.
Thanks for joining us. Bye for now.
Bye.